Woo! Yeah, I reckon. All right, so Annette is from Western Sydney Uni, so is Jen, and Meredith is from Climate Kick. So I'm going to give them a very quick intro each to explain what they do at the uni and what they do in this space in particular.
Hi, everyone.
Is that on?
I think so.
Is it on? Test, test. That's on?
Better. Hey, how are you doing? You all right? Excellent. Well, we're really excited to see your pictures tonight. That's what it's all about. It's putting it out there and giving it a go. My name's Dr. Annette Sartor. I'm from the School of Education and I teach in education for sustainability.
All right, thanks, Annette.
Hi everybody, my name's Jen. I'm so happy to be here on Darug Country. I'm Head of Sustainability Education and I've told the story of sustainability at the university now for about 10 years. I'm a boomer, but please don't hold that against me because my life has been dedicated to climate action and I'm so delighted to be here. And a hint, everybody's nervous when they speak, so look at the lights and forget about the crowd, okay? You'll be fine.
Hi everyone, my name's Meredith England. I'm the Director of Systems Innovation at Climate Kick. You probably met my colleague Chris Lee today. So KIC stands for Knowledge Innovation Community. So we are all about the kinds of ideas that you guys are generating. Really excited to hear all about them and looking forward to the presentation. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks guys. Oh, you can hang on to that. Actually, no, I need that for the teams. Sorry. All right, thank you judges. Give them a hand. All right. So we all need the criteria. We all know what it is. We're all ready. We're all pensive, like caged fighters about to get into the ring. All right, okay, here we go. All right, so our first team, guys, can we get the first pitch team slides up, please? Our first team is INCYCLE.
Have you ever felt like you could be recycling more than you could normally, but just can't be bothered? There's no shortage of recycling programs in Australia, but what we have is inertia. According to a consensus, 79% of recyclable waste ends up in the landfill. What we have is an app which can fix this broken system.
We have a simple three-step process. Each step makes it so much easier for households to recycle. Number one, we make it so much easier for households to ensure recyclability really does get recycled. We do this by allowing our users to simply select the type of waste, the amount, and simply waiting for it to be picked up.
Step 2. We allow people to earn a flexible income while helping the environment. Collectors will see a map with a list of requested pickups. They'll be paid when they deliver waste to resource depots.
Step 3. We connect recyclers with waste resource. Depots can advertise their location and their price, and resources can be delivered to them.
Now we know that awareness of waste is not the issue. Interest is not the issue. The issue is that it's just not that easy. We want you to join us and help save Australia. And it really is just as easy as getting our app.
Hello everyone, I'm Plan and we are the Cleans. So we talk about the water changes everything. So we know that 70% water covers of our planet, but only 3% of the world's water is fresh water. So it wasn't enough for 7 billion people. And that come out that 1.1 billion people lack access to water, and 2.7 billion people find water scarce for at least 1 month a year. And the energy star that find that is 40 gallons of water per load in washing machine. And the standard washing machine use 20 gallons of water per load. So also is as a result, and here is also the dishwasher. So as the result, we have to find out why we cannot reuse those water. Here is water process. The water in our daily life is the end of this process. So we will focus on this part. And here you can see that we heard about reusing the water after washing food, but rarely heard about from the washing machine or dishwasher. Our solution is that a small filter, you can see here, that will to clean the water. This uses an absorption filtration system instead of the filter that might use a fine mesh to separate the waste by size. Our improvement is use the organic substance to lower the chemical release into the environment, and also try to lower the price to developing country can use the environment innovation. So this water can watering the garden, and also can reuse in the washing machine or dishwasher. And this is not a big price for us, and also it's also saving our money, and also is serving our planet. This for better future, for sustainable life. So let's join with us. Thank you for listening.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys. So it's ever since the COVID pandemic, medical waste has never been more visible. As a clinician, it's a problem that we've been trying to tackle for many, many years. Now, if the healthcare system was a country, it would be ranked 5th in terms of wastage. And 99% of that waste goes into incinerators or landfills. Now, for our team, Green Band-Aid, we're made up of clinicians and chemists. And what we've done is used a multidisciplinary approach to create a process called hydrothermobiocarbonisation. And simply put, what that does is able to convert the most common form of medical waste, PVC plastic, so gloves, cannulas, tubing, into high throughput biofuel, hydrochar. Now, hydrochar is used in battery manufacturing, it's used to improve yield of crops, and it's used in decarbonization and also energy production. Now, for us, using PVC and clinical waste, the advantage of using that over conventional recycling is that the waste is more uniform, so it saves on sorting. There's a more simplified supply chain going direct from hospitals. And because of the density of PVC, we're able to produce high quality biofuel from that. So we believe that we are able to take the 52,000 tons of medical waste or plastic medical waste produced every year from New South Wales hospitals and turn that into powering 10,000 homes, into thousands of batteries and 2,000 acres of fertilizer for crops. Now come and join us into making a more sustainable healthcare system going towards net zero. Thank you.
Hello, we are the Rush Turbines, and I'm Sabine, and those are my fellow members, Julia, Luca, Jason, and Declan. So, have you ever felt like despite the constant push to electrical cars, we still rely on petrol cars?
Well, we have found that most individuals are hesitant to make the leap due to a lack in charging stations and a lackluster range in electrical vehicles. Research has showed us that on average, Research has showed us that on average, normal electric cars have a maximum range of 482 kilometers, whilst normally fueled cars have a maximum range of 740 kilometers. Due to the large gap in range, it is reasonable for consumers not to make the switch. However, that can all change. So today we'll be introducing our new concept called trickle charging.
Since our solution is a small wind turbine installed in front of your electric vehicle, we will install this in the front boot of every EV, and we'll have to also make modifications to the bodywork to allow the airflow to power the turbine to then send power to the battery. Slowly trickle charging your battery.
Well, there are three key features within our product. First, it may increase the range of electric vehicles by around 5 to 10%. In addition, we are able to use an underutilized form of sustainable energy, which in this case is wind. Finally, we are able to reduce emissions since the bulk majority of electric vehicles' electricity is produced by fossil fuels. So by trickle charging via wind energy, we're able to lower these emissions.
We believe that this product will help to push more people towards the EV revolution. This will be from enticing people to join us through the increased and improved range of the electric car. Creating and innovating products that are, and implementing them into society, similar to that of the Rush turbine, today will help to inspire a better, brighter, and easier future tomorrow. If you would like to donate your pilot to our EV, you can visit us at www.wewantyourtesla.com, or you can scan the QR code up above. Thank you very much.
Have you ever experienced a heart attack while opening your energy bill?
We have found that current energy solutions are not optimizing for households' energy usage. Research shows us that 1 in 3 Australians experience bill shock quarterly. To combat this, microgrids and virtual power plants are on the rise across Australia.
A virtual power plant is essentially a set of independent energy generating and energy storing units that are connected together. For example, a house with a set of solar panels is going to act as an energy generating unit, whereas a house with a battery pack is actually going to act as an energy storing unit. Our solution seeks to deploy AI technology to optimize the distribution and storage of this collected electric energy. Our solution will be collecting real-time data from smart electric meters that are going to be installed on each of the houses integrated into our virtual power plants.
Our solution optimizes and analyzes your energy bill with our smart AI technology. This all leads to savings in your hip pocket.
We believe that our solution is accelerating toward net zero to optimize the energy usage as well as reducing the energy cost.
And with your help, we can make a change to Australian energy practices. Thank you.
All right.
Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Have you all felt that the energy pricing are just spiraling out of control? Who's fed up of it? Give a show of hands, everyone. Yeah, well, I'm certainly fed up of it as well. Is there a solution to it? Yes, there is. Research states that renewable energy is the solution. Well, but it's just too expensive. Honestly, having a solar panel installed costs you around $3,500, and whilst the average Australian savings are only around $8,409 by the end of the year, and for Gen Zs, it's around a little over $11,000. So it's quite a big investment to make for solar panels.
Our solution to this dilemma is a business approach. We're going to set up a new revolutionary business model to make sure that people can get solar panels on their roofs, avoiding this upfront cost. How we do this? Step 1. The solar company that we'll be partnering with is going to install the solar panel system, including a smart meter, into the household. And they're going to do that $0 down. But this will generate a repayment contract, which takes us to step 2. Step 2, the monthly repayment. The meter is going to be measuring what percentage of the household energy consumption is solar and what percentage is from the grid. The higher percentage that is solar will create a discount on the monthly payments. So if you use 100% solar energy, you're going to have 0 repayment. On the flip side, 0% full repayment. And the last step in this process, if we are successful enough and we're creating excess solar energy on these houses, we're going to feed this into the grid. There are existing infrastructure where you can get paid for this, but that payment's not going to go to the household. It's going to go to the solar company on the behalf of the household. This will then generate energy tokens for the household, which they can then use to purchase maintenance on their hardware and other third-party affiliation programs such as donations, etc., set up through this business model.
Well, we believe that our solution can help the typical Australian household in cutting down on their energy costs, as well as helping the planet. So we would like you all to join us in helping you guys help us and helping the planet. Thank you all.
All right.
Good evening, everyone. We are Team Avengers. We are the Avengers who save the world from the excessive consumption of meat. So as we know nowadays, the meat production and the livestock farming has contributed to roughly 14.5% of the greenhouse gas emission in the world every year. And so for that particular cause, the researchers have been developing this kind of meat that is lab grown. So the challenges we have is for the meat is that we have low awareness of the people of the meat, and the price is unmatched with the original or the organic meat. And the solution we have is that we have developed an app. It's called My Meat. So this is how it works. So this is the usual interface we'll see when we have to provide our phone or emails and passwords to log in or register if you haven't already. So coming to this interface, we have the wallet, which is on the top right corner. So it will be where you'll see your current token and vouchers you currently have. And with each successful purchase, you can either choose the vouchers or the token to be trade. If it's token, you can trade in the cryptocurrency markets later on, or if it's the vouchers, you can use it in any sponsored convenience store or supermarkets later on. And about the map, which is right in the down right corner, you'll see the nearest position of the supermarket or the convenience store that sells lab-grown meat. So it's more accessible for the users to go there. And you may be wondering what the health bar is doing in there. So it's the speedometer for you to so we currently walk at the speed of 3 kilometers per hour. So if you're driving at the pace of like 40 kilometers per hour, the health bar will not change, and this is the limit of how much meat you can actually buy in a day. And So after a successful purchase, there will be a QR code in the bill, and all you have to do is scan the QR code and see if you have your lab-grown meat in the bill. If you do, you can either choose to token or the vouchers, and you can use it later on, as I have previously mentioned. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
So, picture this. 10,000 people are displaced by a major flood in the Sydney region. There are billions of dollars worth of property damage. How does a mere cafe muffin relate to this? Well, this is how. 26% of all greenhouse gas emissions come from the way we grow and produce our food. So, and approximately 6% of that is simply because of food waste. Something completely needless. So our vision is to get rid of this complete waste of food through the implementation of a solution that can allow us to monitor the health and condition of food along every part of the supply chain, so that we can determine whether the condition which food was transported in at one stage of the supply chain could risk the viability of the food, and if we need to dispose of it, and provide that data to the people who can then treat this food so that it lasts as long as possible.
Indeed. Our solution, oh my God, my voice sounds like, sorry. Our solution, I can see that. Our solution is a small microchip that will be embedded into pre-existing plastic crates or other crates as well. These small plastic chips can track data which can be used to measure qualities that stakeholders can view online and see the data as a live data.
Mm-hmm.
The three core features we believe solve the issue are: number one, providing live data about the food product throughout the whole supply chain, from the farm to the factory, then to the food outlet. Keep track of the food condition, such as time, distance, temperature, and most importantly, freshness. The second feature is to reduce the inefficient human resources and replace it with efficient robotic wheel and hub system. The third feature is to provide live data for all stakeholders about what the matters that's important to them, especially about freshness and quality, which is important to all of you.
Thank you. So the choice for fresh food is in our hands. Oh. Yes, the choice for fresh food is in our hands, and we believe that now is the time to revolutionize the way that we handle and process our food. So from farm to consumer, our Smart Crate system will maximize the quality of your food, all while accelerating towards a net zero economy. We would like you to join us in contributing to a fresher future. Thank you.
All right.
Hello everyone, have you ever felt the temperature getting colder day by day? Is it because of climate change? We found that a lot of people now are also excited to live green. However, the expensive price when using green products make us hesitate. From this mindset, our team came up with the idea to create a service that has changed the living lifestyle of the community, the Green ID.
Study shows that biofuel has many benefits such as lessening harmful carbon emission compared to the standard disease. However, not many people are motivated to use the biofuel, which costs are currently 70 to 130% higher than the petrol or diesel on the wholesale market, depending on the crop use. This is mainly due to the high cost in the productions, as well as there is still a limited supply of affordable and sustainable feedstock. Fortunately, alternative material in fuel productions can be replaced by food and plastics waste.
So our solution is to offer our users the service that promotes using biofuel. More specifically, at the first step, our consumers are provided with Green ID and an app storing their data. And then through the app, our users can have clear instruction to categorize their food and plastic waste and then identify nearby collection stations to give us their waste. And these stations can be put in the city center or nearby supermarkets. And when they give us their waste, they can receive some green points from us in return, which it can be used as a discount for buying our partners' biofuel or as a promotion to our partners' environment-friendly products. And when there remain plastic and food has been all collected, they will be shipped to our partners' factories who will recycle them all to reuse biofuel.
So, what does our solution actually do? So firstly, our service aims to provide a stable source of material in producing biofuel, and at the same time, by providing incentive, this will attract more consumers to use biofuel, allowing us to take advantage of economy of scale and thus reducing the cost of biofuel overall.
Yes, by accumulating points to reduce price of biofuel, it promotes the consumption of green products. Day by day, it creates a habit of green living with reasonable price in the community. And at the same time, it can reduce waste, thereby reduce emissions released into the environment to bring the world closer to net zero. We understand that many people, including all people here, want to live a green life, but are concerned about the cost. And we believe that with our products, the above problem will be significantly solved. So, what are you waiting for? Join us now and let's become our planet's hero, accelerating net zero to hero!
All right, well done.
G'day, I'm Brad.
I'm Jono.
I'm Hunter.
So, we need everyone here to close their eyes for 3 seconds. Now, imagine that you are a university student studying at Western Sydney. Actually, that's awkward. You all probably are. How do you actually get to campus though? So you could drive, of course, you could walk, but if it's a day like today and it's raining, probably not ideal. You could run, but if you're as fit as me, probably not an option. You could steal a car, or you could catch public transport, which we believe to be the most sustainable method of transportation. Now, the problem is people are relying on cars due to a lack of accessibility to effective and sustainable last mile transportation. So this increases emissions, it decreases our air quality and produces congestion on our roads.
So from our research, we concluded that roughly 25% of people in Sydney commute by car. We believe this number is too high, especially in a city as large as Sydney. We believe that more people should be using public transport, and we believe that the barriers that last mile transport provide prevent people from using public transport. So some of the issues with lots of people using cars are, of course, emissions, but electric vehicles solve that problem. But what electric vehicles don't solve is the traffic, urban sprawl, and the inefficient use of space that comes from having cars, which are generally 5-occupant vehicles that are generally only driven by one person. So therefore, we're promoting more use of public transportation as a way to promote electrical transportation.
Our solution seeks to use an electric vehicle, such as a bus, and an AI algorithm to generate an optimal route. Here we have several people in a Western Sydney suburbs, all need to get to shops or transport. Instead of everyone making individual journeys in separate vehicles, our system will offer a single route which is optimized to balance the needs of the users and the environment. So we're getting 4 people in a vehicle, which means 4 people are now using electronic transportation, reducing demand on battery technologies and reducing space, increasing space. Our algorithm will balance the needs of the user's journey time, environmental efficiency, and reducing congestion.
So we believe we have a simple solution to quite a complex problem, and that problem is sustainable mobility. But with your help and your adoption of our platform, we can really make a difference for the future.
Hello, everyone. I'll start with a statistic. Approximately 90% of Australians live in urban, dense areas. Given this statistic, don't you think it's unfair that only a few privileged people living in suburban households get to access solar energy? It is, actually. So, can I go to the next slide? Yeah. So, the issue with solar energy is that it is super restrictive. It is highly inefficient because it absorbs less than the majority of Earth's sunlight that falls onto the Earth's surface. Other than that, obviously, it is super, super expensive. And with the area that is available in urban spaces, accessibility to solar panels is highly inefficient. And so, for that, we came up with a solution that seeks to solve this issue in an environmentally sustainable manner.
So our solution is to harness the power of quantum dots, which is an existing technology, to create a paint-on coating that can be retrofitted to any structure, big, small, vertical, horizontal. If the sun touches it, you can turn it into a solar panel. Quantum dots are the future of solar and are underutilized. They can harness 35% more solar energy than traditional panels because they capture infrared spectra as well. If you want to have a quick look, sorry, back one. A quick look at the graph on the previous slide. Red buttons. Sorry, there we go. So by using the quantum dots, we can harness extra wavelengths of light that normal solar panels don't. Sorry. We're going to also use the mighty mitochondria as the inspiration for our coating. It will use the same iron-sulfur electron transport chain that the mitochondria does, that has been around for billions of years. It's highly efficient and it's required to make these quantum dots work for us. Additionally, by using our paint-on solar solution, we will be able to reduce the amount of waste going to landfill. The high surface area to mass ratio of a painted-on solar panel means less resources being used to create solar and no bulky solar panels ending up in dumps.
We believe, we believe that Powerhouse paint is 100% conversion of all the existing buildings or any possible surfaces into a solar powerhouse. Let's harness the power of sun without any constraints from solar panels. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have you ever counted the number of plastic waste from the package that you use every day? And have you ever wasted your food because it had to wait for you? Research tells in 2022, about 8.2 million plastic deposits per day coming from food delivery service, which cannot be recycled, along with about 1.3 billion tons of wasted food per year around the world. So follow Gold Trail, ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Our teams has found a way to keep food longer, and Anthony, the latest grab to preserve the environment, called the Wait Food Grab. Oh, sorry. Next slide. Next slide. And in the screen, next slide. And in the screens is how we make a food grab from screen shell and wasted fruits. From the ingredients preparation step, screen shell and acidic fruit waste. Then the shell will be cleaned to remove to the impurities for the best quality, while juice from fruit waste is ready after the squeezing process. The most important part is to mix two main ingredients and chop, which takes 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, the shell becomes soft and have some characteristic as polyamine, which can be used to make biodegradable food grab. And in the final step, we eliminate the softened shells into the thin film. So where does the idea come from? There was one situation when a busy student had breakfast at 6 and lunch at 12, then dinner at 9. However, my food had to wait for me during the time and spoiled. So I had to throw it away. This hurt me, and then becomes the biggest motivation for my team to build the weight grab. And that's it all about the weight grab. So are you excited right now? Ladies and gentlemen, let's come and join us at the weight grab. Use waste food when the food wait. Thank you.
Alrighty, so raise your hand if you are sick and tired of the prices of fruits and vegetables going through the roof. That's what I thought. So that can happen from things like the pandemic, floods, fires, and if you've tried to buy a head of lettuce in the past 6 months, then you would know. So the carbon footprint and the cost of transportation of imported goods is at a sky-high level. We have found today, through our project, that urbanised farming allows consumers to access imported foods that are fresh and high quality at a local level.
Research tells us that food transport is accountable for 3 billion tons of CO2 gas emissions, of which Australia is accountable for 500 million CO2. To put this in stat, this is 6% of the global emissions.
Our solution is called Project VF. Project VF is a building project that utilises open land to create vertical farms that grow imported and in-demand food in a controlled environment for supermarkets and cooperations to help fill customer demand. We are going to use AI to optimize and regulate the growth of the food. Some examples of in-demand food are tomatoes and onions, and some are imported foods, can be exotic foods such as dragon fruit and palmelias.
So our 3 core features are also less transportation and importation of food which are not grown in Australia. This allows supermarkets and corporations to lower their emissions and in turn of their carbon footprint. Secondly, our second features of Project VF will be a building that utilize will create a sustainable environment and use renewable solar energy to run itself. And finally, we utilize the power of AI to control the environment, that allowing high quality food to surpass what's currently in the market.
So we strongly believe that the current method of importing goods is flawed because it does not take the environmental emissions into consideration. That's the reason why our virtual farming project with growing the food locally is crucial to moving forward because it's not only reduce the food transport emissions, but also meet the customer, our Australian demand. Yeah.
Hi everyone. So I just have a question for you all. Who's renting here? Yeah. Who live in an apartment? Yeah. So according to the Australian statistic, around 1/3 of us are renting. So while we all want to contribute to solar panel, using solar panel, we don't have that choice. So what if I tell you that you can all access to it regardless of where you live, whether you're renting or you live in an apartment? We have a solution for that, and James will talk us through.
Thanks, Kim. Can I have that? Thank you. So, our vision is allowed the population to access to zero energy by net zero by 2050. We're nowhere near that by this stage. How are we going to do that? Quite simple, actually. These are the normal blinds. Pretty much get used to it. You know, everyone has some. What if we see this as an underutilized resource? We got thinking, we did our little conceptual design, and we looked at it, it's like, maybe we can put a membrane on there. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Apart from we clearly need a CAD or Photoshop guy. The idea, firstly, is it's a modular design. It's something that everyone has. You can have it as a curtains. You can have it as Venetian blinds. You can have it as a vertical blinds. The options here are limitless. Secondly, you can take it with you. All right, there's no limits on it. You know, you can have it go to a power bank. You can have it go to an inverter. There is no limits in that sense. You know. And lastly, the only thing we need for this startup is clearly an interior designer. I'll hand you on to Ken.
Yes, so overall, we believe that sustainable energy solution is maybe approached by us and should be embraced by everyone. That's why our products, Synergy Blinds, gonna make that happen. And everyone gonna embrace it. Thank you so much.
Hi.
So, hi everyone, my name's Lance, and with my group over here, we're Green Machine. Our goal is to make Australia green again. So, we're thinking about a problem, and I'm sure many of you can relate to the situation. You've just finished dinner, you're walking over to the bin, you've got your food scraps on your plate, and your two options are either a recycling bin in the back or a general waste bin in the front. Not many of us have specialized green bins within the household. And for many of us living in urban environments, there's no option for us to create a compost heap, have a garden where we can, I don't know, have some worms to decompose the organic waste. And so we're left with two options, the red bin or the yellow bin. Essentially, most of us being, I guess, a bit lazy, instead of walking down the apartment steps to the green bin downstairs, we revert to just putting our food scraps in the red bin. This leads to quite a substantial issue. Landfill nowadays is becoming very overfilled, and the average person produces over 312 kilograms of organic food waste per year. With 10% of greenhouse emissions coming from landfill, it's very clear that having excessive food waste in landfill directly contributes to increasing emissions. Additionally, 35% of recycling is going to landfill, and that just shows how incorrect categorizing of different waste is really impacting our ecosystem. I'll pass on to...
So our solution is based on a return and earn strategy. This means that not only are we collecting and repurposing the food waste, we are also providing people with the incentive to come and recycle with us. We then sell back these waste back to consumers and small businesses to promote a circular economy.
The three core features that we'll be using is our smart app, which allows you to track all of the products through a barcode which is located on the packages. This allows you to track your product and make sure it's being recycled correctly. The second is our collection centers, which will be located in every town, allowing it to be easier for you to recycle and our collectors to collect by reducing gas emissions. And lastly, using our smart AI system, we'll be separating compost and biofuel in our smart system. Typically, if you look at it, the green bin system isn't that great because there's no incentive to it for consumers to dispose their waste properly. In our solution, especially for urban places, it's convenient, hygienic, and it suits for every purpose. With climate change becoming an increasing threat and landfill at almost 70%, and it has been said by ABC News that in less than 5 years, landfill in Melbourne will be completely packed and will have no place for it. So the time is now. Support us in creating a more recyclable and friendlier way, and join us in our process of making Australia green again. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, are we ready? Can I have some quiet in the house? All right, who's excited? Who's anticipating the result? Who thinks they've won? Oh, a couple of confident people. I love that. All right, I got to tell you, the judges had a really, really hard time. I went in there. They said, go away, come back in 10 minutes. This is too hard. And I went back in 10 minutes. They're like, go away. We still haven't figured it out. Judges. All right, we don't have time for the judges to give feedback. So I'm going to summarize their feedback on whole. They thought the standard of the ideas and the standard of the pitches were absolutely amazing. The fact that those ideas, and this is absolutely their words, came out of students who have yet to experience a lot of experience in the workforce, absolutely brilliant. So give yourselves a hand, right? Awesome, awesome work. The other piece of feedback was just how good a job you've done, and in such a short period of time to bring this together so quickly. Now, on the flip side of that, there were two pieces of feedback overall on your pitches to focus on for next time. The first is just more of a cohesive summary of what the solution is and really nailing that articulation around what the solution is. And then the second part, really about the impact. Yeah, so getting clear on what the impact is and being able to articulate more clearly the impact of your solution. That's on the flip side. So you should all be really proud. But anyway, down to business. Are we ready? Yes. All right, you guys were really quiet this morning. Listen to you now. All right, in third place, better put my glasses on in case I get it wrong. Okay, we have, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Smart Crate. Well done, Smart Crate. Come on up. Well done, Smart Crate. Third place. All right, quick happy snaps. Get closer together, get out of the light. All right, thanks guys, very good, give them a hand. $100 for each team member to Smart Crate. Very well done. Okay, are we ready? Second place. Second place. Who's feeling more nervous now? Huh? Oh, he's got his hands clapped. Please, let it be me. All right, are we ready? Okay, second place goes to Team Energy. Team Energy, well done. Second place. Well done. Come on up. Now, I will let everyone know they did not have a solution until the last hour, just so you know. No, just kidding. They've worked really hard all day. Well done, guys. All right, give them a hand. Very good, very good, very good. $200 per team member. All right, now we're down to the business end. If you haven't won a prize, that means you're still in the running. Huh? Oh, dear. Now, not only is the first team going to get $300, you're also going to get very exclusive merchandise. We have some Launchpad hoodies for you, all right? These are rare. Wear them with pride, wear them everywhere, and tell everyone about Launchpad. Okay, first prize, are we ready? Who thinks it's them? Me. All right, I'm not going to leave you in suspense. Synergy community, well done. Come on up. Come on up, Synergy community. $300. A Launchpad hoodie, which is worth a lot more than that. All right, give them a hand. Well done, guys. Good job. All right, guess what? That brings our day to a conclusion. I just want to say I am humbled by the work ethic, by the ideas, by how well you've thrown yourself into this challenge. And I'm truly grateful that you've invested a day of your time with us. I know how valuable a day is in a student's life. So thank you. Tell all your friends about this. We do run 2 of these a year. If you've had a good time, make sure you spread the word, yeah? Feel free to hang out. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good evening, and hopefully we'll see you again.